Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. It's that time of year when the sunlight beams into the blinds, a little opening, and just draws this dotted line of sunshine on your old pal Easy's face. Right in my eye. God, I don't know why I'm so fixated about that or with that. Hello. So glad you're here. My gosh. Here we are in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. Let's get right to it. It was a weekend for something that we like to call
Facebook fight. You are wrong and I am right. You are a stupid prick. You can suck my big fat dick. This is another Facebook fight.
No, I was tipped off. There were Facebook fights popping up all over the place. When I was, somebody pointed me in the direction of the Harbor Humane Facebook page. Harbor Humane, these folks work tirelessly, taking care of animals, trying to find homes for them. Hold on a second. And, it's just been quite a relationship with them and the community for so long. They were the ones who, when the box of puppies was found on the side of the road on that horrible rainy night when it was like 33 degrees, the puppies could very well have been dead a short time later. Good Samaritan tipped off a cop who then woke everybody from Harbor up, and they all rushed over there, and they saved the puppies, found them new homes. They're supported very much by the community. I mean, in order for them to keep the lights on and keep the vets employed there that work for them, they depend entirely on the community. So they did something this year that they've done before, that in the past, there's very little blowback from it. But because the way the culture is now, and these psychopaths have found the Kid Rocks of the world who say, hey, it's okay to malign these people, the snowflakes got butthurt because Harbor put a little ribbon around their logo, which is a paw. It's a paw. It's a dog's paw. And there was like a little ribbon around it, little frame on their Facebook of multiple colors of the rainbow. And boy, that's it. That's all you got to do. Oh, you've done it now. Oh, boy. And there weren't a ton, but enough assholes that the troops rallied and started to attack the assholes. I did get from a confidential source that a number of the assholes who actually wrote, I am no longer helping you support animals that are wayward in the community. And then people who weren't fucking retarded would bash them, and then they would delete their comments. You know, the old dirty delete. You ever do the dirty delete? You like say something, and then you like immediately regret it. And it's all fucked up, and then you end up doing the dirty delete. Fuck me. I've done it myself. But then they so that was happening, but a few of these bigots stuck with it, and they're just, I will no longer. Can you imagine being that tightly wound that a silly little ribbon, which all that says is, hey, I love people. The world needs more love. You know, it's all this various kindness things. And people don't like that because the most hated group of people in America today are the gays. They are hated. I know it sounds weird to say the gays, but I'm trying to keep this as lively and hilarious as possible for something that's such a serious question or subject matter. So I saw that. In fact, I have a letter from a supporter who reached out to my friends at Harbor Humane. This person, who will remain nameless, wrote into Harbor Humane these words. I am so sorry to see your wonderful organization supporting pride by the rainbow around the dog paw. I was excited to attend the Brenna fundraiser in July. I'm not sure what that is. As I did last year, but will no longer support Harbor Humane Society. What a shame that 1% of the population has gotten so much attention. I'm not really sure what her problem is. Isn't that strange? Oh, Brenna is a band. Isn't that strange? Just to put the little frame around there? I mean, if it were like a terror organization that was murdering people, but what the fuck? Are you serious? And I think that these people are just emboldened because of the Kid Rocks. They've found their voice to be, it's because it was accepted that what Kid Rock did was a good thing by shooting beer, that these people have found their voice and they think now it is acceptable to openly do this and with like no ramifications whatsoever. As with other businesses who have supported Pride and lost billions, your organization is going to be affected big time also. If you decide to not support Pride, I would be happy to give you my money. Holy fuck. How do you become such a vile human being? What happened along the way that made you such a disgusting, corrupted soul? Oh my God. In addition, this dumb twat, when she attended the fundraiser last July, that was a month after Harbor Humane had put the rainbow around the little paw last year. Okay? So they didn't change anything. She just got more brazen. I don't know. Maybe she didn't see it. But she sure saw it this time. Holy fuck. So then I got to thinking. Let me subtly throw up a little rainbow ribbon underneath the Eric Zane Show podcast logo. Which, by the way, there's a young lady. Wait a minute, I take it back. There is a man named Aaron. Spells it Eiraann, I think. Aaron, formerly of Funny Girls Went Belly Up, who would probably look at my support of gay people in Pride and be like, what the fuck? He hates us. No, I just hate you. Just because you're a transgender individual doesn't mean you're not an asshole. First and foremost, asshole first, transgender person second. And just in case there's any people that are paying attention to this who might have a problem with me openly supporting the gays. You're an asshole first, and a gay person, transgender person second. Don't mix up the two. You'll always be an asshole. I might be too in some cases. But anyway. I'm like, okay, I gotta put this I gotta get in on this rainbow action. If I can get that much of a fight going from rainbow, from ribbon on my Facebook page, well, fuck yes, I'm gonna do that shit all fucking day. I live for this shit. That's not the reason why I'm doing it. I did it to kind of like be perfectly honest with you. When people say, "Oh, why can't we just love everyone every day?" I mean, every single person on the planet, equal rights every day. Why do we have to have a month for these gays? And it's like, you fucking asshole. Eric, as a white dude who has only had sex with chicks, has not been ostracized, vilified, bullied, marginalized, or any other ized to a point where I've considered taking my life. Many people who fall into this category have been or are and do. The idea that a little freaking image frame around a picture of a logo can actually help people feel better is the easiest and bare minimum that one can do to help someone. Holy fuck. So that's my response to that. So I put that fucking thing up there. And then for about 14 hours, I watched as my number of people who follow the Eric Zane Show podcast on Facebook started to tick down subtly. Nobody said, "Hey, fuck you. I'm not following you anymore." But they might as well have. Because I see the number of, I have about 20,000 people that follow me. Just under. It's like one by one, unfollow. I'm like, oh, yes, it's happening. Fuck yes. Now, I want to be perfectly clear here. That is a added bonus of supporting these poor people who are maligned and fighting in a society that hates them right now in America. That is an added positive side effect that these fucks would go, "Oh, I can't follow you now." So that is great news. So I'm watching it. And I go, all right, now it's time to actually point it out. Now this is when the rubber meets the road to announce to the world, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm looking at it right now. Aram's looking at likes, 19,115 likes. It's actually, I'm looking at follows, different number. Correct on your number, but I'm looking at followers. It was at 19,465 when I started this little experiment. Now it's at 19,416. So I announced, ladies and gentlemen, since I posted my little ribbon, a dozen people have unfollowed. And then I wrote, "It's working." And that opened the floodgates. Oh, my God. Fuck me. It took off like a bat out of hell. And some of these sick fucks, because then several more unfollowed me. And then a bunch of strange, because I wrote, "Hey, since I'm getting rid of all the trash, if you can share this with your friends who don't know me, we might be able to replace those fuck faces with normal people who aren't fucking retards. And so then I did that. And then there are the ones who actually like pick a fight, pick the old Facebook fight. And they continuously, they like, right, I can no longer, one asshole wrote, this is a good way for you to lose your followers. And I wrote, exactly. Of course, that is an added a positive side effect of what I am doing. I don't want those people here. How many times? How clear do I have to make it? Fuck off. I don't want you here if that's you. What the fuck? Oh my God. The shit that came out of this was just spectacular. You must go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, just to see some of these fucking children. It's the ones that are emboldened enough to actually say something. There was one asshole who said, this is very childish. And I was like, how so? All I did was I put a ribbon up there and announced that I've lost followers because of it and that it's working. How is that childish? I call that brilliant. You've exposed yourself as a fucking bigot. And you are. Any one of those people who says, easy, this is wrong, is a goddamn bigot. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you say anything other than, oh, this is funny or this is cool, you're a goddamn bigot. You are. There's no way around it. Oh, my God. How can you not see that? And they can't help themselves. They're like, I must weigh in. I must drop the hammer. Oh, my God. There's a rainbow around a logo. What am I going to do? I can't take this. I'm a fucking pussy. You assholes. Ha, ha, ha. You took the bait, you dumb fuck. Tyler says, I haven't scrolled through the comments. How many profile pictures did Eric screenshot and circle embarrassing features? Only a couple. There was this one fat fuck. This fucking ogre-looking motherfucking dude. And he came in with some bigoted response, and I just zoomed right in on his fat, disgusting face and just wrote, this is you. Oh. Motherfuck. I love that. I love that so much. Chris says you actually took the high ground on a lot of those interactions. Yeah, it was pretty easy. But, and the thing is, when you actually suggest something that isn't a fuck you, Chris meant to say high road, and you actually try to say something, well, yeah, I see why you're mad or something like that, and then just say, but you got to understand this is where these people come from or something like that. There's no response. They don't ever go, or they don't say anything. They just go away. Holy shit. I paid attention on my personal page, too. I'm so fucking high-strung about this whole thing that even on my personal page, I did it, and people were like, oh, how sweet. In my opinion, this is where my head is right now. If every one of the people, let's say I have 3,000 people on my personal page. If 2,990 like it and 10 don't, in my opinion, I'm like, fuck those 10, which is ridiculous because they just might not be looking at Facebook. I'm so fucking on edge about all of this right now. My brother calls me up. He goes, what are you doing? I go, what are you talking about? Actually, I tipped him off that this is going on. And he FaceTimes me. He goes, why are you doing that? I go, what do you mean, why am I doing that? He goes, isn't like a lot of your audience, like, wouldn't they be very conservative? And I go, I maybe more so in the past, but definitely not now. I said, I've tried to work very hard to get those fucking scum-sucking pieces of shit away. What are you doing? I go, well, I don't really care. I don't give a fuck. I'm in the process of trying to turn the audience over. That's a long process. It takes time. And he goes, yeah, but isn't that bad for business? I go, dude, I don't have enough skill to avoid reeling in my feelings. So it's so much easier for me. It's much less work to not watch what I say. It's just an easier job to explain how I'm feeling. That is what fuels my show. That's why they're here. Whether they agree or disagree, it doesn't fucking matter. As long as they're not bored. That's all I care about. I don't give a shit if every person listening to the show hates what I say. I don't give a fuck. Just as long as you're not bored and you're here. So that's pretty much my take as well. That's interesting. I go, well, actually for the last year, I've been trying very hard to weed out the fucking white trash. And it's working. It's actually worked. I had a big mass leaving of them. And I think right now is probably the happiest I've ever been with the audience. I'm so, the audience, they're either not offended. They're either like of the mindset where they don't support that, but they're not offended. And those are the ones that I love the most. I mean, I love all of you that think like me because I think that's the only way that everyone should think. But the ones that do not agree with me, but still like, I fucking love Eric Zane. There's no way I'm not listening to this motherfucker. Those are like my real favorites. Those are the ones who can set aside the shit that I say and be like, fuck yeah, I gotta listen to this. So thank you. Thank you to you, the conservative fuckers who still listen to me. Like Matt over at Oath Keepers Bark and Stone. And fucking Nate Bull. He's an absolute legend. I love him. Chris says, I'm largely indifferent. Corey says, or people could not be so easily offended and not take their political advice from some random podcast. Good point. Drew writes here. Chris from Buffalo says, why do you think I'm here? I love your opinion. I love the opinions that make me think and challenge myself. Nate is in the house. He says, I don't hate everything you say, only about an 86%, but I still love you. You see, he's fucking just a saint. I love him so much. By the way, Nate, it's a crowded field for the Republican nomination. What are you going to do? You've got Trump, DeSantis, who's just a fucking worm. You got Chris Christie, Nikki Haley, who's kind of hot. I kind of love Nikki Haley. I think I would vote for Nikki Haley if I was voting Republican because I think she's hot. And then you got Pence. Which piece of shit are you going to vote for? Corey says it's like those people. It's like those people, their only source of news was The Daily Show. To me, the jokes on The Daily Show are only funny if you already heard about those things from a real news source. That's true. And Donut Dan, who just had an incredibly successful Dirty Donut race, he says, go Vivek. I don't know what the fuck that means. Nate is a huge pussy. He writes, I have to see how it shakes out, I guess. No, bullshit. You got to drop the hammer now. Don't like wait to see who's the front runner. Pick one. You fucker. Donut Dan, he had like 525 people that were at the Dirty Donut race last year. And then this year, he had like 925. Oh, my God. Clearly because you were on the Eric Zane Show podcast. That's what happened there. True, only one of the audience used the code Zane23, but who's counting? You're fucking rolling in dough, and I'm so proud of you. Michigan's number one gravel bike race is in the books, and they had to set it all up the days leading up to it in these 90-plus degree days. Oh, my God. Dan told me he was doing 12 to 14-hour days every day leading up. Oh, my God. 6,300 donuts thanks to Walmart. Vivek. What is his name? One of you wrote his name. Vivek Ramaswamy. I need to look up Vivek Ramaswamy. You know, if there was a Republican that actually wasn't a piece of shit, I'd vote. But we won't get that. In fact, I don't even think I'll ever vote Republican again because of the abortion thing and because of, all the various culture things that drive me crazy. I can't get behind that, you know? Kyle says, I can't decide between a giant deuce and a turd sandwich. All right. Corey says, it makes me miss John McCain. Why the fuck can't we have someone running for president who's as brilliant as me? Fiscally conservative, yet morally liberal. You can call it the Eric Zane Show podcast party. If I ran for president, would I have to give up my podcast? Is there some law against that? I don't know if I'd have to because it's like mine. Dan says just run as an independent. If I had to put my own spin on it, I would say yes. I'm fiscally conservative, but I'm not a piece of shit. For me, as you know, the hard and fast stance on abortion that I have, which, by the way, Chris Rock had the same bit in his most recent stand-up. We thought the same thing. I'm not one of these people who say, Chris Rock stole it from me, but I did say it months before that I absolutely support a woman's right to murder a baby. If some chick wants to murder her fucking baby, I'm not getting in the way of that. You go murder. That's your own fucking problem. I don't think it matters now because of the Supreme Court. But that's where I stand on that. Sir Bob of Oliver says, I base my personal opinions off of a combination of Eric Zane, Anthony Cumia, and E-Rock. Well, that's bullshit. E-Rock does not ever give personal opinions about things politically or anything like that. Because I said to him, I go, where do you stand? He goes, I'm not telling you. I go, why not? Because no one cares. I go, bullshit, they don't care. What the fuck is wrong with you? Of course they care. You're a person in the public eye. And Anthony's a fucking psychopath. Holy shit. I'm so much better than both of those. I'm better than Anthony because he's wrong 99% of the time. And E-Rock because he just doesn't say shit. I was chatting with E-Rock over the weekend. I said, are you into old school stand-up video games? Like nostalgia? Which this is going to be, Kenny's ears are going to perk up. I do like those games. I wouldn't ever do anything more than just walk in, put a quarter in one of them, play it. I wouldn't pound my pud while I'm doing it. I said, all right, I'm coming to see you. There's a retro video game bar in Jersey City. Come see me. Then I wrote, are you old enough to appreciate those games, or are you a F rhymes with baggy millennial? I have no idea how old you are. Rough guess, 35. He says, asshole, I'm 45. I grew up with Atari 2600, 5200, Commodore 64, and television. 1 and 2, and NES. Love arcades, especially pinball. I wrote, you're 45? I had no idea. Oh my God, pinball is my favorite, seriously. He says favorite machine is Addams Family, Terminator, Playboy After Dark, and The Simpsons. Well, you see, that's more in depth than me. I don't have a favorite pinball game. To me, they're all the same. You just hit the fucking ball. He says arcades. I love the dusty old places. I still have the stand-up cabinets. I play pole position, outrun, Popeye, anything Pac-Man or Donkey Kong. I wrote Crazy Climber, Robotron, Rampage, Spy Hunter, Zaxxon, Berserk. All right. So at the end of the month, there's a couple of sweet joints out east that'll be frequenting to play those. While my wife sits there and drinks, I'll be playing those video games. All right. So that's kind of what my weekend, a big part of my weekend was about. I even had a pal of mine make some snarky comment on my page about gay people. I ignored it. Then the snarky comment migrated over to Diana's personal page. It's like, all right, now we got to have a discussion. What did I do? Did I calmly approach? The first thing I wrote was in a text, you better shut the fuck up. That was my opening salvo. And then it was on. And we went, this is a person I've known for 20 years. So now I'm ready to lose the friendship over this. And then we went back and forth. And fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And then 2 hours later, I felt bad about the fuck yous. And I said, I'm pumping the brakes. I feel bad that I was so aggressive with you, but can you please knock this shit off? Sorry I screamed at you. And I'm sorry I told you to go fuck yourself. He responded with, I didn't mean any harm. I said, it's okay. He apologized. I apologized. Everything's back in order. That concludes this portion of the show about gays. I do have one other gay thing to talk about very soon. Not today. Show updates. This week, I'm doing live shows up till Thursday. Friday is a not the best of. And on Patreon, I will deliver something for you to listen to while I'm away. Because I am headed to Pennsylvania. A dude by the name of Matthew. This is the guy who He's adorable. Him and his better half are fantastic. Amanda, I am marrying them, which I do from time to time. And a year and a half ago, he came to see me in Jersey City when I visited the city then. I like to go there, just park the RV, hang out, go see the city for a couple days, and then drive home. This was when I was still on decent terms with Kate. Kate showed up. And it was Kate, Matt, Matthew, and Amanda. I keep saying his name as Matt and then Matthew because Matthew, a couple years ago, he did a Facebook post. And it said, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to announce that going forward, I will only be known as Matthew. And I think he was beaten up pretty severely over that. I think I might have even invited him on or called him up and put him on the podcast and said, what? What's going on here? I wrote out, because I actually write down the things that I'm supposed to say in the ceremonies that I do. And I send them to people who are getting married so that they can see there's no surprises, you know. And usually they want to know that. And I wrote Matt, and I have to change it because it's Matthew. He goes by Matthew now. So I'm practicing right now with you because if I say Matt, he's probably going to go, oh, no, I'm Matthew. Thursday, after I get done podcasting, at some point, I was going to do this all on Friday and drive the 10 hours to Eastern Pennsylvania. That would be get up, butt crack of dawn, drive, and then rehearsal dinner at night. And I had just a horrible feeling in my gut. I don't do well on those long drives. I get sleepy. It gets trance-like. You start getting EZ more than 6 hours of driving, and it's not great. So at first I was like, all right, I'm going to drive all day Friday. I'm going to do it all. I'm just going to 10 hours. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck am I kidding? There is no way I'm doing that shit. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just drive for like 5 hours. And then park. And then crash at a hotel. Get up Friday, no pressure, you know. Go down to the lobby. Make the fucking waffles. You ever go to the lobby? One of the best things in America that they started to do at hotels is, if I ever go to a hotel, I usually call ahead. I go, do you have the waffle maker? They're like, what? I go, yeah. You know the deal where it's a machine and you open the valve and you put the little plastic cup full of the batter. And then you pour it into the iron and then you close the lid. And you have to flip it over or some shit like that. At some point, you close the lid, you lock it, you flip it over. Oh, my God. And this big fucking perfect waffle comes out. Oh, my God. Actually, you spend like 3 hours just eating the breakfast. You can be in the shittiest hotel in America. You can be the shittiest hotel in America. If you have the waffle iron, you are, in my opinion, a 5-star hotel. I don't care if there's cockroaches in there. If you got the waffle iron, you're good with me. Like, you know, $30 a night nights in bullshit like that, where there's hookers out in front and guys selling crack. If I see that waffle iron, I'm good to go. I'll call ahead. I'm approaching whatever community, Youngstown, Ohio, or something like that. All right, yeah, it's about the halfway point on this deal. Yeah, you got the waffle iron. You do. How much is it a night? $2? Okay, that sounds good. I'll be right there. Wake up Friday, no pressure. Finish my commute to beautiful Scranton, Pennsylvania. Scranton area. I don't even know exactly where I'm going now. It doesn't matter. I even have my Easy Pass. You know, the fucking thing you put up on the windows that you can go through the tolls. Unbelievable. So I'm going to marry these two on Saturday and then come back on Sunday. But I'll take my... it's not too bad getting back in one day. Believe it or not, I can pull that off. I can get back in one day. Get back to where you once belong. Because I don't have the pressure of rehearsal dinner Sunday night. So I actually will make the trip all the way back Sunday night. Or I don't know. No, I at first I was toying with the idea of Saturday night, like after the wedding, like eating the dinner, shaking the hands, leaving. But no, fuck that. I'm going to eat my ass off Saturday. And then hang out with these folks after marrying Matthew and Amanda. Get up Sunday and come back. Still, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast will go down. Still, Who Are These Zanes will go down. Everything will remain the same, except for the Not the Best Of show on Friday. This trip over will give me plenty of opportunity to listen to our sweet pals over at Free Beer and Hot Wings. And why would I do that? I'm doing that because I am going to get the most current edition ready of Who Are These Free Beers. And then next week, I am going to record another edition of Who Are These Free Beers. Okay? So those are all the updates that everybody should be aware of. If you're watching the show on Facebook, by the way, there could be some new people watching on Facebook who look at your old pal EZ as an ally to gay people everywhere. And I am. I'm an ally to everyone. The only person I'm not an ally to is bigoted buttfuck assholes. I have no patience for that in my life. All right? That's where I am right now. And if you're such a tightly wound piece of shit that gets you all crazy and crabby and fussy, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you here. Otherwise, enjoy the show. The show is, of course, this opening monologue, which has run long, as usual. I make it available on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, but the whole show is a Twitch show. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. You can download the Twitch app, search Eric Zane Live, all one word, and there I am. Follow, link up your Amazon Prime account, and subscribe. When you're subscribed, you get this show with no commercials that get dropped in out of nowhere while you're watching. Some of you just listen to the audio podcast. Thank you for that. If everyone listening in whatever way they're listening or watching did all these things, it would be absolutely so helpful. So if you like to watch the show, if you went and subscribed to the audio podcast as well on all of the sources or maybe just one, it would be great. And if you like to listen to the show and don't watch it, if you went and subscribed on Twitch, that would help me too. And these things cost you nothing. Follow the show on Facebook, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, Twitter @Eric Zane Show, YouTube, Eric Zane Show. Email me whenever you want to say something in private on the Shoreliners striping inbox. Those guys stripe parking lots. Shoreliner striping inbox, Eric@EricZaneShow.com. I have a Patreon, which is, there's more content in 1 week of Patreon than anyone else. And that means content providers on internet-based shows or radio. You cannot, there's no one who puts up as much shit as me. Even there's shit that gets posted on there that I forgot that I scheduled it. Okay? Every single day, nearly every single day, I post on Patreon. And you can try it out for free. 7 days free This is something I just added on Patreon, and it has been, oh my God, very, very effective because people might not know what the fuck is going on, or they might not be willing to drop $5 or $10 a month on it. And so it's so much easier if they can try it for free. And then they're like, oh, well, yeah, I like this too. It's worth my money. That makes perfect sense. I love that. So I encourage everybody to just try it free. You do need to put a payment form in there. And if it's 1 second past 7 days, you get charged. So plan accordingly. There you go. I've told you everything you need to know. And that's patreon.com/Eric Zane. patreon.com/Eric Zane. The home for Who Are These Free Beers, covering America's favorite radio show. Home for Who Are These Zanes, which is another clip review show similar to that, but it's all me. Oh, from different eras in my radio career when I'm very, very young and horrible. Right now, where I am in radio and podcasting, broadcasting, I'm unbelievably awesome. There's two things I'm great at. This and being humble and hilarious and lovable and sweet and romantic and charming. These are all things about me that you can get behind. Everybody knows it. There isn't a dude who's listening or a woman who's listening who doesn't have some type of moisture buildup in their pants because of me. All right? How the fuck did I get there? Patreon.com/Eric Zane. But for those of you that are watching on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm going to cut you loose. Brandis writes, ew. I don't know if you know this. If you follow, any of you are friends of Brandis on Facebook. I don't know if I'm a friend. I think I'm a friend. Yeah, because that's how I did this, I think. I looked at her picture. You know how you see like the little image? I go, oh, there's Brandis. And I saw that she has a lot of ink on her body. I was like, wow, look at all those tattoos. So I clicked on it. And then as soon as I saw her, I went, oh my God, Brandis is a fake name. This is actress Juliette Lewis. So you got to be fucking kidding me. Juliette Lewis listens to the show. So I got into a discussion with her just this past weekend. I forget what we were talking about. It might have been gays. Look at, she writes, ugh, an eye roll. It's so true that it's fascinating. I have never met a person who more closely resembles a famous person in my life. So on a whim, I wrote, hey, has anyone ever told you you look like a famous person? And before I could say Juliette Lewis, she wrote Juliette Lewis. So I am not the first person to ever do that. You could actually make a Juliette Lewis Facebook page. And people would be like, oh my God, I cannot believe Juliette Lewis. I haven't seen her in a movie in a long time. She's all inked up. Brandis says so many people have said that. I'm guessing you've actually had people who were like, I'm such a huge fan, or just assumed. I've had that happen. There's two famous people that I either look like or looked like. What the fuck is that guy's name? Former mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel. I've told this story before. This is Rahm Emanuel. Hang on a second here. There he is. That's Rahm Emanuel. I think he was in the Obama administration too. I was in Chicago. Yeah, he was Chicago's 55th mayor. He might be running again. I don't know. I was in Chicago for the Chicago Triathlon. And I walk into the Starbucks across the street from the hotel. And I asked for whatever the fuck, a grande. I just asked for a black coffee. I go, hey, black coffee, grande. And she goes, okay. And she hands it to me. She goes, no charge, Mr. Mayor. I go, what? And I knew I looked like him, but I didn't know I looked like him that much at the time. And then I turn around and there's cell phones. People are they have their cell phones out. They're recording the fucking mayor getting the coffee. I go, I'm not the mayor. And my name is Eric. I'm doing the triathlon. Phones go down. Like, oh, fuck you. I pay for my drink. Corey says, this is when you start dropping an N-bomb so it can show up on TV that the mayor of Chicago was racist. God, I wish I thought that far ahead. I wouldn't have had the balls to do that, though, because it would have gone viral. I look that much like him. And then it would have come out that it was actually me. Aram says Juliette Lewis was in a roller derby movie recently. That cannot be true. Because Brandis is one of those roller derby babes. The roller derby babes always have fantastic names. Like their stage names are always like, I didn't want to try to make one up, but they're very creative. Brandis says it was the film Whip It, but it's not a recent movie. It's an older movie. What is your name? Is it like Meat Grinder or something, or Ball Breaker, or, There's always some type of hilarious name that these women use when they do roller derby, when they play roller derby, which I still know so little about. I don't know if it's actual competition or if you're actually bashing chicks in the face, like legit. Is that a question? That's got to be it. These are the two questions you hear. Are you Juliette Lewis? And is roller derby real? I have more than one audience member who does roller derby, plays roller derby. Tanel from the Grand Rapids Pitbull Alliance is also a roller derby babe. Very aggressive women you are. Brandis says, my derby name used to be Malicious B, but now I got by my last name because it is a real sport. Well, wait a minute. Are you suggesting that if the name Malicious B wasn't used or was used, that they would go, wait a minute, when that chick bashed her head on the ground, that wasn't real? No, I liked it when I would like it if you did use those nicknames. Yeah, I can't. That seems devastatingly dangerous. Rolling around on that track with people smashing into you. You have to have a tremendous amount of skill to stay on your feet on wheels with people trying to hurt you. I'm not even sure of the object. Corey says, is it a race? What's the point of it? I think this is my very pedestrian thought as to how this works. Like, let's say there's one team, and one of the members of that team, they have to get like so many laps first. And so the other members of the team like pave the road and smash everybody to get the fuck out of the way to get the one chick to the finish line, however many laps. Is that right? Does that make sense? And meanwhile, the other team, not only are they trying to do the same thing, but they're trying to bash your bitch. And so if there's a bitch bashing, that means you're fucked. Brandis says there's a jammer who gets points by going by blockers' hips. Each blocker's hips is a point. As a blocker, we hit them so they cannot pass our hips. Sounds great. I cannot believe this isn't the type of thing that is like 50,000 people there. You know? Because, you know, every so often you see about some stupid league where they like the chicks dress up and they like bat like there's the women football league and everybody, all the guys are there with boners and they actually play football. I mean, this is like that. This shouldn't be at like the local VFW like it is. It should be like at the fucking big arena in town with like 30,000 people watching. I would love that. How come that doesn't happen? You got women beating each other up. She says we don't get the support or attention deserved. We work hard and put ourselves at risk. Full contact sport on wheels. Absolutely. This is more dangerous than hockey. Aaron brings up roller derby and wrestle ball. I have not yet introduced you to wrestle ball. That is basketball and wrestling. Well, these fucking psychopaths beat the shit out of each other while trying to score a hoop. And there's suplexes and like real shit. It's not like pro wrestling. It's like they're bashing each other's. They should have boxing and swimming. We could do a whole under the umbrella of Eric Zane Show Productions, combining sports, swim boxing. I would love that. Or maybe swimming, boxing, and like Westminster Dog Show. So you're all in the pool swimming, and the dogs are in there, but they can only be like aggressive Dobermans and pit bulls. And then you got boxing gloves on, and you try to beat the shit out of the dogs because dogs are gonna fucking bite your cock. Oh my God. We can do a whole fucking year's worth of shows on combining sports. That would be awesome. Okay. I don't even know. Have I kicked everybody out yet? I don't even think I did. I was trying to kick everybody out a while ago. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, it's time for you to leave. I cannot believe I gave you a full hour of this show. Fuck that. Go to Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And, of course, you can follow me on YouTube as well. All right, listen up. I always sit up a little taller when HelloFresh partners with the Eric Zane Show podcast. Look, HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping. It's also 25% cheaper than takeout. Because if you're going to prepare a meal like this at home that you're going to get restaurant quality food through HelloFresh, you're going to have to go to the store and buy all these giant bottles of ingredients, which are probably going to sit in your home forever until they expire, and then you throw them away. Not so with HelloFresh. Everything is pre-portioned for that meal. Shows up at your house. You look like a genius. The food is fantastic. And everybody is going to love you. I am not kidding you. I've never been so sure about something. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. When you go that route, you use code Zane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh.com/Zane16 and use code Zane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. You're going to love this. Try it. And the month of May is perfect because HelloFresh is celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So you can try limited time, authentic recipes created in partnership with an amazing chef by the name of Serbi Sani of New York City's Tagmo restaurant. So you will be able to do that in your own home. I'm not kidding you. Do this. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. Promo code Zane16. 16 free meals. What have you got to lose? Plus free shipping. Try it today. HelloFresh. Amen. Brandis says, I'm happy because more people just heard about Derby. Thank you. My pleasure. I've been meaning to go to the, what are they called in Grand Rapids? The Grand Rapid Raggedy Ann Girls or something like that. Hold on. Grand Raggedy. Yeah, that's it. Grand Raggedy Roller Derby. We are back on track. There they are. And they're like all like moms. They're like moms. And they got like 5 kids. I think it's mandatory that you have to have children, you know? I mean, some of these women, they actually participate while they're like 8.5 months pregnant. Every year, a baby actually flies out of one of the contestants. I mean, they'll be skating around, and then one of the women will actually punch the baby. And then the baby flies out right there. Now, you got to keep going around the track, so the mom has the baby. And the baby's being dragged as she tries to win the big deal, win the thing. And it's hanging on to the mom by the umbilical cord. And the kid is fucking pissed. All right? So at this point, the baby is flown out. Last year, there was a lady who did it. There's always one every year. And she actually had twins. And so one baby flew out of her. And these are all like strong women. These are the type of women who, like, you don't fuck with them. Because they'll just beat the fuck out of you. Okay? As Tyler writes, they swing the baby around by the umbilical cord like a mace and use it as a weapon. Yeah, that happened last year. That's what I was getting to. Some lady with the Grand Raggedy Girls, she had the one baby, and the kid's bouncing behind her, and people are like, get that fucking baby out of here. She's like, fuck you. And then she went, ugh, and it went, pfft, and then another one flew out of her. So now you got 2 babies. Now, this made, at the time, conditions treacherous. And there was a glaze all on the track. A few people barfed that were in the stands. And the barf actually was projectile, like the kid on Stand By Me who ate the pie with the castor oil. So there's barf and baby gloss on the course. And this chick's going around with 2 babies behind her. And then, just like Tyler said, she picked up both babies. And like a scene from fucking Mad Max, she's swinging the babies and she's boom. And she's striking other members of the roller derby, the opposition. And she won. They won the thing. It was fantastic. Every year it happens. Brandis says this is so dumb. Well, look, I didn't make up the rules. All I know is that in that chick that you see right here with the blue lipstick, that's her. That picture was taken right when a baby flew out of her. Let's see. Here's a teaser for the ladies. Let's see what happens here in this thing. Audio Oh, look at these 3. Oh, my God. Look at the looks on their faces. Fuck that shit. Oh, wait a minute. I need to see it again. track, flat tits. No, that's not true. I want to be the PA announcer for this shit. I want to help. Here's some of the scores. Look at this score, 231-80. Grand Rapids. What is GR? I'm confused. Oh, Grand Raggedy Roller Derby. They beat the Kalamazoo Kill Stars. Grand Raggedy Roller Derby attack against the Kalamazoo Killa Crew. The ladies did that at not far from my house, 1 mile away. Well, I got it. Fuck. Where's the schedule? Is the schedule over? Where is the next one? Okay. Next home game, Saturday, June 17th, 2023, 4:30 to 7:30 at Griff's Georgetown Ice Arena. 1.3 miles from EZ's house. Fuck yes. Oh my God. I need to be there for this. June 3rd, they're taking on the Central Michigan Lesbians. This is awesome. I cannot wait. I want to volunteer my services. I want to be a PA announcer for them. Sounds like something Stu would go to. Maybe he could find a job and a woman. I want every audience member I want you to do this. Go to grandraggedy.com. That's grand, RAGGIDY.com. Grandraggedy.com. And buy a damn ticket. Oh, my God. Look at all these women. Hold on. Fucked it up. Damn it. Okay. Bet Mangler. She looks like she was a swimmer. Very powerful shoulders. Lindsay Blohan. She's hot. A double clutch. Not sure what they mean by that. Look at her. Punky Bruiser. Marzi Payne. She didn't fuck around. This is Slay Her Taylor. Look at all the ink. Fantastic. Buffy the Jampire Skater. She looks like she's rather nimble. Would she be a jammer? Is that right? Oh, my God. A Valkyrie. Holy shit. She got the face paint. Shouldn't some of these people have, like, pronouns? Aren't you supposed to do that these days? This one's name is Glazin. You know what she's into. This is Asteroid. Oh, uh-oh. Hexadecimate. She is not fucking around. This is Astro Meow. Florida Man says, some of them are actually somewhat attractive. What the fuck? This has nothing to do with attractiveness. In my opinion, they're all attractive. I would love if I was like nude, and it was one of those videos where like all the women are like clothed, and I'm nude, and they like chase me around and like beat me. I would love that. This is Linsanity number 2, no picture. Scootaloo. How about that? And then a Kraken Apocalypta. Don't let the smile fool you. Arcadia Major. I think I've seen her before. I think I've seen her at the Griff's games. This chick's a school teacher. Mazaka. A Raspberry Rage. Get it? Edith Puncher. Look at all these chicks. Killy Munster. Eleanor Reckby. It's a Beatles reference. Scary Magdalene, Shaggy, Dump Truck. This chick calls herself Dump Truck. Oh, Dr. Gene Splicer. Okay. I think that might be a transgender reference there. Because of all the chicks. This one, I think this has the most dude-like tendencies. Van Walen. Look at all these people. Oh, my God. How many people are on this fucking team? I don't think my pal Tanel is on the team. Knight of Slam-A-Lot. Revolts. Unbreakable Lamine. Booty Fett. Get it? Like Boba Fett. And look at, she's got like, is that an egg that's cracked or a peach or something? That's crazy. On it, it's like all sloppy on the jersey. Psycho Vision. It looks like my old operation. It looks like Lori Bennett, but about 45 years younger. Spinelli, kick your ass. Sassathrash. Lucy Morals. Oh, boy, you know what that means. Vanasti. Misty Meanher. God, I cannot. It's like there's so much here. Mattitude Adjustment, Freddy Cruiser, and Bully Frog. Oh, my God. Look at all these women. Or he, she, man, they, them. I don't know. But I love it. I'm going. Put it down on your calendars right now. June 17th, we are going to Georgetown Ice Arena in Hudsonville, Michigan, to see these legends perform. I've been meaning to do this for absolute years, and I'm doing it this coming. That's the day before Father's Day. Fuck me. Aram says, do they have men's roller derby? I don't know. I don't want to see the fucking men. Pfft. What kind of question is that? Brandis says, yes, my husband used to play, actually. Oh, they do. Yeah, but women's game is where it's at. Come on now. I would love to see this. I'm really looking forward to it. And you all should come with me. So I'll promote it, and then we'll all buy tickets and go. I don't want to make it weird by calling and saying, hey, can I get free? I want to actually buy them. I will take my money. Take my money. This needs to happen. Corey says it's like men's field hockey. What's the point? I don't know. I think it'd be all right. I just like the fucking attitude, you know? Sounds cool to me. Okay. I must get to some of these amazing sponsors because I've been just raging for an hour and 15 minutes, and I haven't done anything. Just checking on the dogs there. All of this so far is brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 616-532-6600. This is where you need to get your vehicles repaired. Lady, veteran, family owned. All of those things at once. Take your cars to Irvine's, and that's ER Vines. ERVines.com for more information. Displayed prominently on their page, all of their Google reviews. If you ever notice that the Google reviews vanish, you're like, hey, what happened to the Google? What are you trying to hide? But that'll never happen. They work tirelessly to make sure that their customers are happy with what they are actually having done to their vehicles. 616-532-6600. They have never, ever steered me wrong. They keep the embellisher on the road. My now 20-year-old Chevy Silverado pickup, my dad's, who he saw recently, goes, hey, where'd you get this? That was your truck, Dad. Huh? Yeah. You remember do you remember owning this truck? I think so. I go, yep. You sold me this truck, Dad. I did? Yes. And then he says, hey, whose truck is this? That's mine, Dad. It's like Inception. Not Inception. What was that other Christopher Nolan movie? I think it was his first one. With, because all of his movies are about like time and shit. And I think this was a Christopher Nolan movie. Not Inception. Everything's backwards. It's completely fucked up. Guy Pearce is in it. It starts with like the first scene is the ending. The guy, he can't remember anything, so he writes tattoos. He gets tattoos on his body to remind him. It's really fucked up. It's good though, but I don't know what the fuck happened. In a moment, or my moments, make my moment. That's what it is. It's something about a moment. Or token. No, wait a minute. Totem. That's it. Totem. Because the guy spins the top, and then it spins, and then he uses what's called a totem. Or am I combining movies? Wait a minute. Why do I keep seeing fucking DiCaprio? I don't remember DiCaprio in this first film. Hold on. Oh, my God. I guess I'm really fucking this up. You just described Inception. The totem is from Inception. Well, what's the other fucking movie then? Memento. Memento. That's it. Holy shit. That was fucking stupid. That was as confusing as one of those movies by that asshole. Christopher Nolan, what a fucking dick. It's like he wakes up and says, I am going to make a movie that is going to fuck with everybody's head. Did he make Interstellar too? Let's see. Yeah, of course. Every movie that I love that I have no idea what the fuck is going on, he made. The only one that I figured out was Dunkirk. That was great. Harry Styles has a role in it. He's a really good actor, Harry Styles. Very talented dude. The one I hated the most was Tenet. Oh. This was an absolute mind melt. It's like, you gotta rein it in a little bit. All right? You fucked with that. You fucked with everybody in every one of these movies. It's like you're not even doing it to be entertaining. You're just doing it to melt everybody's mind. If you go to the theater to see a Christopher Nolan movie, have someone drive you, but they can't actually see the film. They have to wait outside and drive you home. You're more dangerous on the road after a Christopher Nolan movie driving your car than if you were fucking drunk and high on heroin. That's how fucked up his movies are. Because you drive it home, you're like, what the fuck just happened? What was that? I loved that movie that I didn't know one fucking thing was going on there. I'm just not, my brain doesn't, the wires don't connect in that way. Oh, God. It's like, I get done seeing a Christopher Nolan movie. I say, what the fuck just happened? And then I go to Wikipedia and read every word of the entry trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. And then I'm like, huh? Tenet was just I hated that. I hated it. If I saw that it was on, I'd watch it. I love it, and I hate it. Interstellar was actually an emotional roller coaster for me. I loved that movie. You combine celestial excitement with one of the greatest filmmakers of any generation to make this wickedly brilliant film. One of you just said that there's a new film out called Oppenheimer that he's getting ready to drop. Now, the only thing I know about the name Oppenheimer isn't that something to do with like the atomic bomb? That's how I know that name. And that's exactly what this is. Wait, hold on a second here. Oppenheimer trailer. The story of American scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer and his role in the development of the atomic bomb. Wow! And it's released on July 21. Did I see Brad Pitt? Hold on, because he's one of my heartthrobs. Oppenheimer trailer. Okay, this is going to take a little time. It's like a 3-minute and 7-second trailer. So if you're listening to the audio podcast, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to watch this on your own. This is very self-indulgent. I don't care. Audio check, video check. Here we go. Why can't I hear anything? There it is. I hear a Geiger counter.
This is a national emergency.
Detonator charged.
Oh, I'm already fucked up.
We're in a race against the Nazis.
I remember that guy's face from other movies of his.
And I know what it means.
He was in one of the Batman movies.
If the Nazis have a bomb.
We have a 12-month head start. 18. How could you possibly know
Okay, that's Damon, not Brad Pitt.
that?
Okay, I'm going to back it up and not talk anymore.
We have a 12-month head start. 18. How could you possibly know that?
We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here. A secret laboratory. Keep everyone there until it's done.
Let's go recruit some scientists.
Build a town, build it fast. If we don't let scientists bring their families, we'll never get the best.
Why would we go to the middle of nowhere for who knows how long?
Why? Why? How about because this is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world?
You're the great improviser, but this you can't do in your head.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
Chances are near zero.
Near zero.
What do you want for theory alone?
Zero would be nice.
This is a matter of life and death. But I can perform this miracle.
World War II would be over. Our boys would come home.
That's happening, isn't it?
The world will remember this day. Our work here will ensure a peace mankind has never seen.
Until somebody builds a bigger one.
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. And the world is not prepared.
3,
Truman needs to know what's next.
2,
What's next?
1.
IMAX. Okay, so how Robert Oppenheimer did it and how it obviously fucked him up. That looks terrific. Yeah, that dude played Scarecrow in the Dark Knight movies. Kyla writes, this film has 11 miles of film stock that weighs over 600 pounds. That's an interesting factoid. Thank you. They showed Albert Einstein in there, too. I saw that. Because the bomb was based on his theory. This looks great. Christopher Nolan could make a film about me taking a shit, and it would be great. I can't figure out, of all the filmmakers of our time, which one I like the most. Scorsese? Nolan? What's the guy? The guy we saw at the airport. Kill Bill. God damn it. Tarantino. I spent a lot of time this past weekend watching clips from what the fuck? I'm having a terrible time today. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, one of my favorite movies. God, is that great. And a lot of people gave him shit about that. I was like, no, it's the dialogue that makes the movies. It's the dialogue between characters, asshole. I want more killing. You fucking idiot. There's a scene in that I really like that I want to show you. What was DiCaprio's character again? DiCaprio what's his name? Not Cliff Booth. Rick Dalton. Okay. Rick Dalton yells at hippies. In this scene, DiCaprio's 1970s or 60s. DiCaprio is making a margarita and he hates hippies. His character is Rick Dalton. And he looks out the window and there's a fucking beat up junker on the end of his street with a motor running. These are the people that are going to, well, this is a fictitious work of the Manson killings. And the three people that are the Manson disciples in the car are in front of Rick Dalton's house, which is next door to Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski's house. It's Tate and Polanski. And he lives next door to him. And he looks out the fucking window and he hates hippies. Look at these fucking hippies here. And he goes out there to yell at them. And it's just fucking classic, especially what he refers to the redhead as.
It's time for me to get set up.
You will notice that the driver, you may notice the driver of the clunker car. You may be like, who is that? It's Austin Butler, who played Elvis. That's the dude. Let's check this out. He's making a margarita. Here we go.
Damn. Fucking private road. Damn property taxes up the butt. God damn. Bunch of goddamn fucking hippies. What the fuck?
Hey, you! Yeah, asshole! I'm talking to you! The hell do you think you're doing bringing that noisy hunk of shit around here at midnight? This is a private road, all right? Who are you? And who are you here to see, huh?
Nobody, sir. We just got lost in a little turnaround.
Oh, horse shit. You fucking hippies came up here to smoke dope on a dark road, huh? Next time you want to try that, fix your fucking muffler.
Look, we're really sorry we disturbed you.
Look, Chief, You don't belong here. Now take this mechanical asshole and get it off my fucking street! Hey! Dennis Hopper! Move this fucking piece of shit!
All right, well, just give me a moment to turn it around.
Well, drive it backwards, numbnuts, but fucking drive it, and drive it now!
Okay, stop yelling. Hold your horses. We're leaving.
The hell are you looking at, you little ginger-haired fucker? Hey, come around here again, I'm gonna call the fucking cops!
What the hell are you looking at, you little ginger-haired fucker? Oh, God. I fucking love that. Jesus, that's fantastic. And then the ending. You must see the ending. If you have not yet seen this fucking movie, watch it. It's great. It's a fucking masterpiece, you asshole. My God. All right. Where was I? Seriously, I am so off the reservation today. My ADHD is buzzing so bad. I haven't even talked about anything that I wanted to talk about. Playing movie trailers for you. I'm talking about the roller derby fucking phenomena. That I can't wait to see that. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you to A&E Heating and Cooling. That is Joe Martinez, 616-516-8579. Get your AC tuned up. Boy, I tell you what, ours went to work this past week. Thank God we got it tuned up. It's just $79. You should see Joe Martinez and his crew twice a year. Once for your furnace, once for your AC. $79. Get that done. Get the AC tuned up. 616-516-8579. Also, an after-hours service call can be yours, but you're going to end up getting bent over the pinata on that one. If things go south because you didn't get a tune-up and your wife's screaming at you, get a hold of A&E Heating and Cooling, or just do like Tyler, who I think is about to get a brand new AC unit installed. Good for you. 616-516-8579. Keep that lovely lady of yours from like, hey, it's too hot, Tyler. This sucks. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that shit. All right, my gang of dogs is really sleeping away here, but I got to pee. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. I'll be just a minute. Thank you for your patience. It took forever. Darla went pee-pee and poo-poo. Okay, now did she drool on my keyboard? Okay, where was I? I do want to point out that also the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. Anywhere in the U.S., you need a home mortgage, these are the guys you call. 231-332-6505. Thank you to Mario for his longtime support. As longtime support, in addition, from the Kent County Health Department for allowing me to talk about their initiatives to help with public health. Specifically, immunizations for the little ones. If you or someone you know or love has kids that are not up to date on all their immunizations, you can get this taken care of quite easily through the Kent County Health Department. Reach out to them, 616-632-7200, for little or no cost. That's important. Their website, accesskent.com/health. Sounded like I had a stroke there. We were at Berlin Raceway over the weekend. What a good group. You had, let's see, Jason Bennett was there. No relation to Bennett Flooring Installation. And his son, which is Jalen or Jamo or Ja Rule or something. It begins with a J. That was awesome. Eric Zane and Stu. Stu came over, banged on the door. Right when I was texting him, hey, when you get here, don't bang on the door. He bangs on the door. I go, yeah, dude. Now the dogs are assaulting you. The dogs assault him. I made him sit down with the NFK for 15 minutes and watch the Tigers while I voice tracked Big 101.3. And then Stu and I took off. We had a ball. Stu ran into, he saw for the first time our very own Kyler. Let's go! Who at the last minute said, yeah, I invited him, and he says, I can't. I'm not going. It's my wedding anniversary. I said, no problem. And then his lovely better half, Tracy, said, well, that's a great anniversary gift. Let's go to the races, fucko. Yeah, I can get you tickets. So I got, and by the way, Kyler was 1,000,000% on his best behavior. He did not, this is faith and family night. In fact, the event started by like the local choir where they were singing hymns. And we walked in there right when they're getting ready to sing the hymns, and everybody is seated. So we thought we had to stand. So we're right in front. I look behind me halfway through the hymn, and everyone's seated. I was like, oh, fuck. So it's Stu, myself, Kyler, and Tracy. And then they went into the anthem. We were standing there for like 10 minutes. Fuck me. All right. So we sit down. Kyler commences to drinking about 50 beers. But other than that, he was on great behavior. Sarah was not. Sarah Rook, Roosh. She shows up, sits right next to me. And within minutes, she announced loudly, can you imagine being a little kid there and hearing a female voice say, my God, my tits are sweating? She did that. Oh, my God, I got some real tit sweat. What the fuck? I was like, you just did that just because I'm here. Oh. I don't think I've ever heard a lady say, man, I got some sweaty titties, until this happened. Hang on. Where are you? Oh. She's right there. So I got just when I think I'm safe from Kyler's mouth, Sarah shows up and announces sweaty titties. I shit you not. You know, I swear worse than anybody. But there's a time and a place. I mean, I'm here on a show, and you know I'm going to swear. There's a warning when you click on it that says this guy swears like an asshole. There's people surrounding us. She's announcing her tits sweat. Fuck me. There was a guy there in the stands who had this is Faith and Family Night, and he was walking around with this. He went and purchased this for about $1,400. It's this zombie insano puppet that you put around your waist, and it's just creepy as shit.
Hey everybody, Doug here with VFX, and this is my friend Psycho. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, he's done. Okay, it's like a full-size clown with his legs around. It's you bungee the legs around you, and then it's got like you can put your hand in it. It looks like it's just hanging on to you because there's a fake arm. It's just fucked up. He's walking around with that, and it's Faith and Family Night. What the fuck? So I don't know what's worse. Guy walking around with the stupid giant puppet around his waist, or fucking Sarah announcing that she has sweaty titties. Maureen suggests the clown. Yeah, you could put Maureen around your waist.
Puppets, and we've sold a lot online where people don't see them at shows and they don't really know where all the buttons and everything is to work.
Oh God, that's horrible. Linda says it sounds just like her. We had like pit passes, so you could wander over into the infield where they keep the trucks and cars, I should say, and the haulers and shit like that. And then during the event, they had the kids on, these like 10-year-old kids in their mini wedge cars, like super high powered go-karts. And they have points, and they keep track of the points, and they race. And there's a brother-sister team who I remember last year I talked about them. They're back at it, and the brother put the sister into the wall. How great is that? You know? And then shortly thereafter, I was in the infield, and I was hanging out with driver Adam Kasari, who I struck up. He played smarter than a former drug dealer trivia recently, and I was chit-chatting with him. And the girl, her hauler for her little mini wedge car was right next to Kasari. And she pulls up in her car after her brother just put her into the wall. And then, she's a little girl. She's a 9-year-old girl. She gets out. She throws her fucking helmet. And I hear, he does it every week. He does it every week. Sounded like Kenny every time I blast out a Z-Speed mobile mechanic joke. Well, things are back to normal around here, I see. It was fantastic. Made my night. Fire up north. I got so many people reaching out to me. Is this Fear Bunker North? Is that on fire? Now, it's not far, but it's safe. Fear Bunker North is safe. Where I am is probably like, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 miles away. And they have that fire under control now, but it started on somebody's private property. So not unlike because you can still have campfires up there, but they want you to be extremely careful. What you are supposed to do is you are supposed to have a shovel near the fire pit and a water source. And when you're done enjoying the campfire, they want you to put the fire out. What that means is you dump several gallons of water, stir, 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 more water, stir, stir, stir. If you put your hand over it and it's not an ashy soup, if it's an ashy soup and there's no heat that it can burn your hand, or if there's any warmth whatsoever, it's a potential problem. You got to make it so it's like cold as ice. Knock it off. See, she's biting the shit out of him. If you don't do that, you run a risk that the fire could pop. And if that happens, it's going to hit something very, very dry because it hasn't rained in Michigan in 1 month. Like legit. 1 month it hasn't rained. So it's a fucking desert out there. And there, it's so dry. Now, up there, it's just, here it's bad enough with grass burning. You'll see grass fires on the side of the road because something like a hubcap flies off a car, causes a spark. It will ignite the grass. Not even kidding you. If you're pulling a trailer and you have a chain that's touching the ground, it's going to start a fire. It's going to cause a spark. Piece of hot metal is going to fly off, and it's going to land on the side of the road, and it will start a fire, grass fire. If you're up north, it's like that times 100 because you're surrounded by the driest place ever. It's drier than a former Zaniac's vagina. So these people on private property, they're having a campfire, and sure enough. Now, I just told you all the things that has to happen when you have a campfire up north. This is what I did a week before when we all went to bed. Okay, the fire was, I think, hotter than 5 times the temperature of the sun. And when it came time to go to bed, we then got up from our chairs and went to bed. Notice I didn't tell you all of those things that you should do before you go to bed at your campfire. We didn't do any of that shit. Not only did we do any of that shit, stir, pour, make sure it's cool. We didn't have any water nearby. We didn't have a shovel. Well, we had a shovel nearby so we could move logs around on the fire. But I would say that that could very easily have been all of us at Fair Bunker North, where we burned the whole fucking forest down. I'm not even kidding you. So this serves as a reminder to your old pal Eric Zane that that could very easily have been us. We need to be more careful because that's how this one started. Private property, same thing, campfire. And then the next thing you know, there's 3,000 acres burning. Now, that isn't that gigantic. 3,000 acres is not but it was spreading rapidly. And that area is so fucking isolated that you can't get trucks in there to put it out. You got to fly shit over and dropping the fire retardant shit on the fire. They're doing flyovers of that shit. That's how they have to put it out there because there's no roads anywhere. You just fucking people make their own roads. Hey, we got to go to the store. I'll just drive through the woods. It's remarkable. Hold on a second. Darla, leave him alone. God damn it. Poor Bruce. She's chewing on his face. Look at him. All he wants to do is rest. And this asshole is chewing on his face. Watch. If I lean in to sneak up a kissy, she's going to try to bite me. Hello. See? She will bite the shit right out of your face. He's trying to bite me again. Oh, get the fuck away from me. Now she's going to attack O'Neill. I might have to end this show. Come on. No, yeah, now she's attacking. You can't see her, but she's biting O'Neill's ears. Stop! No! It's okay, O'Neill. These poor guys, they get beat. She beats the shit out of them. Okay. Patreon is moments away. I have my asshole of the day. Stop doing that. Leave him alone. Thank you to Sarah Honda Granville. They're online at sarahhondagranville.com. Go there and buy a car. I love them so much. They just signed up for another quarter of marketing. I'm so very, very, very thankful to have them, as I am all of the fantastic sponsors on this show. SERRA, HondaGranville.com. Test drive a brand new Honda today. They're on Kennewa, just north of 44th. They also have a massive inventory, the biggest in Michigan, of certified pre-owned cars. Those are like a year or two old, still under warranty. They're awesome. You can drive away on one of those today. In one of those today, Sarah Honda Granville. As always, the immortal Rick from TC Paintball, busy as a bee he is over there. Schedule an event today at TC Paintball and get ready for fun. Think out of the box. Do something different with the kiddos. They will love this. I'm telling you, your kids are going to have so much fun. And when they do fall in love with it, there's a fully stocked pro shop there for you to get them a gun or her a gun. TCPaintballGR.com. Love them. Darwin and Kent over at Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. I got this to say today. Actually, I'm not even going to wrap the show up. I got to tell you this story. Yesterday was a charity event that I attended at King's Room Barbershop on Northland Drive, north of GR. And the idea was get people who have long hair to come there. They put it in a pony. They cut the hair, and then they donate the pony to an organization called Maggie's Wigs for Kids, Michigan. It's a nonprofit where they take the hair and then create wigs for young people who are experiencing treatment that causes, for whatever illnesses, that cause them to lose their hair. You know, can you imagine of all the things? I mean, it's bad enough you got to fight cancer, for God's sake, or whatever it is that cause you to lose your hair. But then you're a kid, and, you know, that's tough on a kid. So they make these real wigs out of real hair, and they do a great job doing it. So Jason Eller, a pal of mine, musician and concrete worker, he's awesome. He came up with the idea for Locks for Rock. Show up at King's Room, have like a carnival type atmosphere. What do you call it? Silent auction, 50-50, bounce house, food truck, bands performing, and people with long hair. Their previous record was 26 Ponies. What did Andy say? Andy Skyver and his better half, Colleen, sent me a text. Let's see. We are donating 33 on-site ponytails and another 60 we've cut in the last 4 months. 93 total, just shy of $2,800 raised by donations, raffles, and auctions. That is great. And Kent, I was reminded of this because I was talking about Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Kent dropped the E at a U. He heard about me talking about this last week. And he said, oh, man, I might bring my son over there because, and he's young. He's a young dude because he's got long hair. And maybe we can convince him to donate the pony. And so, you know, we're talking like school-aged. I don't know his exact age. I don't know, man, 10, maybe. And he shows up, the whole family, 4 kids and his wife. And the one is like, oh, man, I don't know. He was bumming. He didn't know if he wanted to do it. He was like, shit. You know, when you're a kid, everything's a big deal. So he wasn't sure about it. He was not happy with this whole turn of events. And no one made him do it, you know. He just kind of did it on his own, but he was reluctant at best at first. And then they cut the hair, and he realized what it was going for, and then they like styled his hair and made him look all fresh. And he's like, oh, man, this is the greatest thing in the world. I was like, you know, that's fucking great. I'm so happy that he did that. Thank you, Kent, and the Kent Drop the E at a U family for being. There was a whole family event. All of them came there. It was great. There was 3 bands, Jake versus Jake, Jason Eller and the Stray Hairs, and The Next, who I really liked. I liked all those bands, but The Next had this lady singer whose voice was so powerful, I just fell in love with her. There's something about a woman who can sing so strong and makes them unbelievably attractive. Now, she actually was physically super attractive, too. So that made it really spectacular. But even if she had like a knife in her head and someone threw acid on her face, I think I still would have been attracted to her because of how strong of a singer she was. So that's kind of a weird synopsis of what happened. Thank you to Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. You guys are awesome. Go see Kent. Drop the E, add a U. And you have the biggest selection anywhere in the state of deep discounted flooring, all different major manufacturers, all the best styles. Deep discounted because they buy so much of it at once. Mention my name when you go there and save an additional 10%. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Last but not least, racing at Berlin. We talked about them. It was great racing this past weekend. I really enjoyed that. We stayed all the way to the end. BerlinRaceway.com for the next set of races. I'm pretty sure we got Father's Day festivities. Buy your tickets at BerlinRaceway.com. Let's see. You got the Money in the Bank race going on Wednesday. All right. Now, this is a big purse. So the Money in the Bank happens Wednesday of this week. Tickets for that event are $20. As are the tickets for Saturday's race on the following Saturday. Not the one right after that, but like on the 17th. So races this weekend are Wednesday. For the Money in the Bank, adult tickets $20. Kids 15 and under free, parking free. BerlinRaceway.com. All right, Darla's finally chilled out. Thank God. Man, she gets going. It's like, oh, fuck. If not for the people or what I'm writing down right now, Darla could have been asshole of the day. But your TC paintball asshole of the day today are the bigots. Goodbye, bigots. Glad you're gone. Don't come back. Thank you for unfollowing the show. I'll be on Patreon a little while later on. In just a little bit, I should say. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. If you are enjoying the free podcast, do this for me. Please. Get a free 7-day membership to Patreon. You can see today's Patreon bonus podcast. You can get access to the Lost Zane recordings from May of 2017 that I just posted from the WBBL radio show, the best radio show no one ever heard of, that no one listened to. And that's just today. Basically, today you got 3.5 additional hours of content. Try it free now. Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. You do need to put a payment form in there. If you like it, just let it go and it'll pay. Or you can convert to a yearly and I'll take 10% off. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. A lot of people have been super happy with the free trial because they try it and then they're like, oh yeah, well fuck yeah, this is everything he promised and more. Underprice, over deliver. Don't miss shows. Post it on time, every time. I wanted to share one more thing with you that just popped into my brain. Cody is another person on my on the Reddit page, which is quickly becoming my Reddit page. The only thing that people post that's interesting on the Free Beer and Hot Wings Reddit page is stuff about me. I'm not even kidding you. Another day passed late last week, Friday, where my old pals on Free Beer and Hot Wings did not post their show. Now, I used to do that job. I used to do it segment by segment. I did it while the show was going on. It's easy. Back when I did it 7 years ago, we didn't have the capacity to schedule back then. You just had to be in the studio to do it. Well, for whatever reason, they didn't post their show. Cody, and by the way, Patrick in South Carolina got banned. Cody writes, well, as usual, the EZ podcast went off today and generated content. And then he writes, while he was on vacation, how can only one person do this? And then the usual suspects bash me. This guy says, well, Eric's got a flexible schedule, more time to do it, no huge amount of family and kids to take care of. Cody writes, flexible schedule? Nope. It's done the same time every day. Same hours as any other radio show. No huge amount of family? Nope. 3 dogs and a puppy that needs to be let out once an hour. 3 kids, 1 going through college, 2 grandkids, a brother-in-law that he takes care of, a dad and stepmother, and various other family, which all have been interacted with in the last week. Not 1 minute of show missed. The facts are Free Beer and Hot Wings do not care about any of you and are only after whatever gets them $1, and damned anything that gets in the way. Been that way since the show became syndicated. 5 people, all who claim to be content producers or hosts, willingly allow their membership details to lure in listeners with thinking they will get so much more content, then sit on their fat paid asses, meanwhile not lifting a finger to give you what you paid for, when in fact they only need to put out the radio bare minimum to keep the networks happy, fulfill obligations with stations, and rake in the dough, which is where the real money comes from. The petty amount made from memberships isn't shit in comparison, so they have made an easy road for themselves. Produce a bare minimum of show, which can be listened to for free, then trick people into paying for more. Here is your results of the easy road. The writing is on the wall. The show is through. It will wind up fizzling out into either just like Bob and Tom, John Boy and Billy, etc., etc. One man whom everyone sees as a failure is the one going strong and consistent as ever without a team of useless wash-ups. Good day. Holy fuck. I tell you what, I had some wind in my sails after that one. Thank you, Cody, for fucking them right in the butt. Oh, my God. Okay. Kent's son is 8. What are their names again? You got Liam, Cole, Jude. Jude got his hair cut. Yes? Jude? And then Angus, Cole, Liam, Jude. It's either Angus or Malcolm. Or maybe Magnus. What's that kid's name? Oh, Bo. B-E-A-U. How could I fucking forget Bo? God damn it. Look at those names, though. Those are fantastic names. It's B-O, Bo, not B-E-A-U. Bo. God, I love those names. Cole, Liam, Jude, and Bo. There isn't anything about those names. Those are all names of kids who are going to be like leaders of Fortune 500 companies and shit. No, it is Bo. B-E-A-U? All right. B-E-A-U. That's my show today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you down the road. Love you. Bye.